Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and here on my channel I make crystal videos, geology videos, small business videos, other stuff like that. So if that sounds interesting to you, be sure to subscribe because I put out new videos every week or so. Before we get into today's crystal chat video, I just wanted to mention that my shop, Cosmic Geology, is having a huge Black Friday sale this year. This video is probably going to be going up on Black Friday, so if you're seeing this within a day or so of the video being posted, my sale is live right now. Every year I do a big sale for Black Friday, starting on Black Friday or Thanksgiving evening and going up and through Cyber Monday. This year's sale is going to be the biggest discount I have ever offered in the history of my shop. I'm really hoping to sell out the rest of my inventory during this holiday season and start off the new year on a completely fresh start. I have some new ideas for my business going forward, so I'd really like to start 2024 off on a clean slate, so I'm offering a huge discount. So if you've ever considered checking out my shop or there's a specific piece you're looking at, now would be the time to go check that out, because this is the lowest prices on crystals and jewelry that I am probably ever going to offer. So shop updates aside, let's get into today's crystal chat video, which is about carnelian. Carnelian has been used in many ancient cultures as far back as 5000 BC. It was a very loved and used stone in ancient Egypt, where it was known as a stone of vitality and called the sunset stone. And it was even used in King Tut's famous burial mask. Many carnelian animal carvings and amulets have been discovered from ancient Egypt. Along with lapis and turquoise, carnelian was one of their most used stones. Across other cultures, carnelian has also been used for protection and good luck. Many cultures, such as ancient Greece, used carnelian to help cure physical issues. Carved carnelian beads have been found in India and Iran, and possibly show the earliest examples of human etching designs into materials like this. Carnelian is a red-orange variety of chalcedony, which is given its color from red iron oxide inclusions. Chalcedony is a microcrystalline variety of quartz, and microcrystalline means that the crystal grains are so small that they are not visible to the naked eye. I did a video earlier this year on the difference between chalcedony, jasper, and agate, because if you look up the definition of these things, they are all described as microcrystalline varieties of quartz. So if you want to check out that video, I go into more detail on what all these terms mean. But basically, chalcedony is an umbrella term for microcrystalline quartzes, and jasper and agates are two different varieties of chalcedony. To keep it simple, we can just call carnelian a chalcedony, and sometimes carnelian can also be an agate. So is there a difference between carnelian and red agate? There's really no strict distinction between red agate and carnelian, since they are both defined as red varieties of microcrystalline quartz. Agate is characterized by the presence of banding, and sometimes carnelian does have banding, therefore it could be called a carnelian agate. However, red agate is a little bit different looking. It has a more distinguished banding pattern. I'll show an example of red agate versus carnelian. They're very, very similar, but a little bit different in appearance. Since carnelian is a variety of quartz, it has a hardness level of 6.5 to 7 on the Mohs scale of hardness. Carnelian is typically translucent, which means some light will pass through the stone, but it is not completely transparent like a clear quartz. It has a dull, waxy luster, which means if you're looking at the raw piece, it won't be shiny and glassy. And it has an irregular conchoidal fracture, which means if you break it off or see a raw piece, it's going to have a very irregular pattern to it. It's not going to break off in chunks or any sort of organized pattern. Carnelian is formed in many different geologic environments and is often found alongside other quartz-based rocks and minerals. You may see fun combinations of carnelian with other stones such as flower agate, moss agate, or orca agate. Carnelian is very common and found in many places across the world, including Madagascar, India, US, Peru, Uruguay, Indonesia, and Brazil. Carnelian is one of the more water-safe crystals out there because of its quartz-based composition. Of course, I never recommend creating crystal elixirs that you will end up consuming, but carnelian is safe to leave soaking in water for a pretty long period of time. It's not going to easily damage the stone. Carnelian is also safe to be left in the sun, and it won't change color unless left in the sunlight for a really long extended period of time. Carnelian is great for use in jewelry because of its high hardness. It's not going to be easily scratched by other crystals or materials, so it's a great stone to wear every day. For energetically cleansing your carnelian crystals, all methods are safe, including water, smoke cleansing, selenite, dry salt, sunlight, and moonlight. When it comes to treated and fake carnelian, unfortunately, a lot of the carnelian on the market is actually heated to enhance its color. Naturally, a lot of carnelian is more on the brown side, so heating it will bring out a more vibrant red color that is more desirable for people to buy. This is so common with carnelian that it's really difficult, if not impossible, to tell if a carnelian has been heated just by looking at it. It's kind of just something to know is probably happening when you're purchasing carnelian. And the difference may be so subtle, it doesn't look unnatural. Personally, this isn't something that bothers me when it comes to buying carnelian, since carnelian is naturally this reddish orange color and heating it just brings out its natural color. It's not totally altering the stone or dyeing it or anything. So this isn't something I mind, but it's something to keep in mind when purchasing carnelian. Your piece may have been heated. While it is hard to tell if your piece has been heated, it can be pretty easy to tell if your piece has been dyed, which is also very common with carnelian. Be cautious of any pieces that are solid red with no color variation or banding or inclusions. Also be cautious of super cheap jewelry and pendants. Carnelian is pretty affordable, but some of these super cheap bulk pendants from like Amazon or AliExpress are just man-made, super dyed garbage. It seems pretty hit or miss on if these pieces are totally man-made or if they're just dyed. And of course, some of these are natural. I'm not saying that every pendant or piece of jewelry that looks like this is fake in any way, but these do make me look a little bit closer to see if there's something that's been altered with them. Dyed carnelian is pretty common with beads, cabochons, jewelry, you know, the usual culprits for dyed crystals. If you see beads where every single bead is the exact same solid red color with no variations whatsoever, it has definitely been dyed. When I am buying carnelian beads, or any kind of carnelian for that matter, I look for the pieces where there's a huge variation in color, in shade, and even some of the pieces are so light that they don't look like carnelian. Some of them are yellow, orange, red. I love the natural variety of colors that carnelian comes in, so when I'm purchasing carnelian jewelry, I like to lean more towards these pieces that look more natural instead of suspiciously perfect. A lot of the red agate out there has also been dyed. I'm always a little wary of any agates that have a very stark, obvious contrast between the red, or whatever color it is, and the white. As always, I don't recommend that you do any crazy tests to see if your carnelian is real or not. You don't have to test its temperature. You don't need to set it on fire. Just looking at its appearance, you can see if it has the indications of a genuine stone. The scratch test is always a good method to use if you want to see if your crystal is what it's supposed to be or if it's man-made. Since carnelian is quartz-based, it is a 6.5 to 7 on the hardness scale. Glass, plastic, or resin will have a lower hardness than natural carnelian will. I see a lot of silly things out there about crystals when I'm researching for these videos. One of which that I saw is that carnelian does not naturally have banding, and that's just something that happens when it's man-made. Also, apparently natural carnelian shouldn't have any inclusions or imperfections that indicates that it's man-made. That is literally the opposite of true. Just please be cautious of who you listen to out there online. There are a lot of people talking about crystals. Some people are very knowledgeable and some people are just trying to reach a word count on their article and they're not providing correct information. When looking to see if a piece of carnelian is real or not, I actually do recommend looking for banding and inclusions. These things indicate that the stone is genuine. The pieces that are one solid color with no imperfections and no inclusions are the ones that raise a red flag to me for being fake. Natural stones are always going to have a little bit of imperfections or inclusions. Of course, unless the texture in the stone you're seeing is air bubbles, then that does mean it is fake. When it comes to the quality of carnelian, low quality carnelian will be more brownish in color and more opaque. High quality carnelian usually has banding, a wide range of colors and shades. And unlike some other crystals, pieces of carnelian that have inclusions can actually be more valuable and sought after. Carnelian mixed with other stones such as moss agate or flower agate can definitely be very desirable to people over pieces of just regular carnelian. Carnelian is a very common and accessible stone, so even a high quality piece of carnelian shouldn't be super expensive. Carnelian is associated with the lower 3 chakras, the root chakra, sacral chakra, and solar plexus chakra. Carnelian boosts your energy, confidence, courage, and creativity. This stone is great for people who are feeling low and unmotivated and lacking energy and need a boost of motivation and excitement in life. Carnelian is all about bringing back that excitement for life and being your authentic self. It is a great stone to work with to improve your confidence at work or school, help bring passion and excitement to a new project, or improve your artistic creativity. Because of its connection to the root chakra, carnelian is believed to help with a wide range of physical ailments. Recently, carnelian was really popular on TikTok. Maybe not even recently, it was probably like a year ago now, but it was well known online, especially TikTok, for being a stone to attract love or to manifest a specific person. Carnelian isn't really a stone for love exactly, but it's a great stone for self-confidence and courage, which can be really useful qualities to have if you are looking to attract love. But of course, when using crystals for spiritual and healing purposes, the most important thing is your intention. So if you're using carnelian with the intention that it's going to help you bring about a new love or a friendship or a relationship or whatever, then that's what it's going to help you with. But carnelian itself isn't necessarily a love stone, but it can be paired with other stones to really help manifest love. There has also been some debate on which crystals go well with carnelian, and the answer to that question is whatever crystals you want to pair with carnelian. I have a whole video on how to pair crystals together and what the rules are, so if you want to check that out, I will link it. But to sum it up, there are no rules when it comes to pairing crystals. There are no wrong two crystals to pair together. So if you want to pair together carnelian and amethyst, that is perfectly fine. Whatever crystals you feel drawn to pair together is going to be the combination for you. But if you're looking for some suggestions on what to pair with carnelian, here are some examples. You can pair carnelian with sunstone for creativity, energy, and happiness. You can pair it with lapis for self-confidence and power. You can pair it with rose quartz for manifesting love. Carnelian and red jasper together work really well to create a grounding energy. Carnelian and citrine can bring good luck, and carnelian and bloodstone can help with physical healing. So that's all I have for you today about carnelian. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, and comment down below which crystal you'd like to see me talk about next. Also, my crystal shop, cosmicgeology.com, will be linked down below. Don't forget to check out my Black Friday sale, the biggest sale I'll ever have. So if you've been considering looking at my shop, now is the time. And if you're watching this video in the future and it's not Black Friday anymore, you can still use code YouTube at checkout for a discount. I forgot to mention earlier, if you're watching this video around the time it's posted, orders are also shipping out the next day so that they can arrive quickly in time for the holidays. So there's no need to worry about if it's going to arrive in time. I'm getting orders out very quickly. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.